The young fellas in this band around 6 or 7 years ago rallied together to protect their local reserve, where they grew up and made cubby houses and played cricket and hung out with their mates. Now they're getting together to stop the sell-off of all kinds of community assets across the Central Coast, including children's playgrounds, nature reserves and even community halls. To kick things off properly, local Aboriginal man Tim Selwyn did an acknowledgement of country.
So when people in this country, when we travel through land, you can't just barge into other people's country. You can't just barge into other people's houses, and you definitely can't barge into people's rooms or bedrooms or private spaces. So as an Aboriginal man, you may or may not know that we sit in the realms of reincarnation. So everything around you is their ancestors, their spirit. You're connected to them with your DNA through your bloodline.
Then Tim did a smoking ceremony for everybody and invited all the local women to come through the smoke first, including some local elders.
Dangan means mother.
Then it was the fella's turn. The first guest speaker was local member for Gosford, Liesl Tesh.
And an Aboriginal Studies teacher at Brisbane Water Secondary College. So it is every single person's voice making a difference, and it's about people power. Realistically, before I was this, I was someone in the community. I was down at Eden as a youngster, hanging on to trees, and I'm really passionate about protecting every single piece of green space. I want to stop the sale of the car park down at Umina. The council's come out. Some things, maybe Ingenia Caravan Park will be sold to Ingenia, so that's affordable accommodation. So not everything's going to be stopped, but definitely green space is not for us to sell. Please keep that voice very loud and clear.
The next guest speaker is an absolute champion for the environment, Sue Chidgey. She played a major role in protecting our reserves last time council tried to sell them off.
But they said they weren't used enough. It is just the number of things that are on the chopping block. We have to stand up. Now I've got lists of all the properties over there. Thank you, Zena from CEN. And also a little sheet of who you write to. You can put them all in one email if you want to. And there's also a survey form, and we've got the links on that sheet as well. We've got to the 21st of May, and then the administrator, which will be Rick Hart at that point, will just go, yay or no. We don't want this going, and there's 11 reserves just like this on the coast that are on the chopping block. So it's pretty serious stuff. And look, I'm so excited that there's so many young people here today. You remember this, and you do this with your kids. And anyone you speak to, tell them about your experience. No matter what age you are, can do something. The Central Coast Council is dramatically behind.
The next guest speaker was Jennifer Wilder from Grow Urban Shade Trees, also known as GUST. They've planted over 600 trees on the Central Coast.
Primarily there's been a bit of a lack of education about the value of trees. Their benefits are really unsung, and places like this, which are just so important for habitat, for biodiversity, for urban shade, for mitigating the urban heat island effect, which is only going to get worse.
The next guest speaker was local historian Kay Williams. Kay's an incredible wealth of knowledge and always there to support environmental campaigns across the Central Coast.
And what I wanted to talk to today is the voices of government and their attitudes and values, because if you listened to Scott Levi's program last week, you would have heard the administrator ring in to say that the reason for selling these blocks is that they were non-productive assets. Now, since when has the role of council not been to support the people in the community and ensure that their well-being and their needs are met?
If you want to support our cause, please jump on the Facebook page, Save Our Community Reserves and Assets. Your email will make a difference, so please get involved and take action as soon as you possibly can. Thanks for watching.